On the early morning of April 30th, DBW planted 3 trees in Park Street Common. These 3 trees were part of a fundraiser project led by Eileen Flockhart and the Conservation Commission in collaboration with each of the families who chose to honor their loved ones with a tribute tree and stone. Despite the cold and windy weather, friends and family gathered in the afternoon to commemorate the planting of these special trees and remember their loved ones.
Hi everybody, we're back here again at Park Street Common, and this time we have trees. And we would like you to get acquainted once again with the families who are part of these wonderful trees. And behind me we have, in the stroller, 2 adorable children. Nancy and Rich Devaughn and her family, Dan and Tony, and I forgot. And their tree for Joanna, their daughter, is down here at this end of the field. And then behind me, we have Lucy and her sister Morgan and her dad David. And they're here representing Joe O'Donnell's tree, which is over here, which is a sugar maple. And Carol and Casey, her son, are here for Denny Waters' tree, which is over here, which is a terrific pin oak. So if you would like, we will just kind of stroll over. We'll go see the cherry tree, which is a Kwanzaa cherry, and then we can go see the oak. And then maybe by the time we get to the sugar maple, the rest of Joe O'Donnell's family will be here. So we get to see everybody.
Nancy and Richard Devaughn chose a pink flowering cherry tree to honor their daughter, Joanna Colella. The cherry tree was chosen due to Joanna's love of gardening.
Denny came from Northeast Ohio, from a little village called Orwell, and he loved living out east. He was so happy to find Exeter, and he moved here in 1972, living downtown, and then Locust Avenue right over here, and then we bought a house on 14 Oak Street, and thanks to Ben, our realtor. And after getting married in 73, we stayed in that house for 7 years, and before moving to 15 Oak, which we've been at since 1980. Our daughter was born in 1978, and one of the first outings in her carriage was with Denny, pushing her around Park Street Common so proudly as a new father. And as Erin grew, we would frequently bring her to the playground here at the park. And when her brother Casey was born in 80, we would continue to come to the park nearly every day with both of them in the carriage, and later running into the park or riding bikes as they got older. Taken from the book Healing and Loss, it says it's important to tell our stories to affirm the life of the one we have lost, to remember the experiences we had together and the favorite family stories. But those stories are also gifts to others, to not only tell the shared story of the life that's past, but our own story. How did we get through it? What helped us? If there was a moment when we felt light break through, what was that like? Our friends may come to their own crises of loss soon enough. Perhaps we could ease the way for them. It's all right to cry, it's okay to rely on others, and it's all right not to know what to do. But if there are moments of light and hope, of wonderful support and faith, it's why we need to tell those stories too. Thanks to all of you who contributed to the trees here and the plaques, and a huge thank you to Eileen Flockhart for her organizational skills. Where are you, Eileen? Yeah, there you are. And she organized everything despite the drought, COVID, wind, and rain. So here we have Denny's pin oak tree right here. Thank you for coming.
so much to everybody who made this beautiful tree possible. It really is stunning. Eileen, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And thank you for everybody who made contributions. It really is an incredible, touching memorial for Joe. We, my girls have both written poems.
I haven't.
Well, they've developed poems that they're going to start off with, and then I have a tree about I have a poem about a maple tree. Joe loved maple trees, and he loved maple syrup.
Oh, yeah.
He would bring up maple syrup, big jugs of it, gallons of it, from New Hampshire every year, and he insisted on New Hampshire syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Forget Vermont, forget Maine syrup. The best and the only kind he would eat was New Hampshire syrup. So this tree is so fitting for him. Thank you so much. It really means a tremendous amount to our family, especially because he also, his request was that we spread his ashes, which we did on his favorite ski mountain, Wildcat Mountain. So we don't have a grave to visit. So that's why this is very, of course we plan to ski on the mountain every year, but this is very special to have a stone too. So we're very touched. So we'll share our poems with you. Do you want to go ahead? It's not a poem? I'm sorry.
I'm making this up as I go, so forgive me if I stutter.
Take your mask down. Yeah, take your mask off.
Though he might not be in flesh and blood, he still lives in the sap and the bark. Though he may not be living and breathing, he still lives in all of us, as we live and we breathe. Though he might not be with us physically, he's always with us mentally. That's it.
Thank you. All hail to the broadleaf maple, with her fair and changeful dress, a type of our youthful country in its pride and loveliness. Whether in spring or summer or in the cooler fall, mid nature's forest children, she's the fairest of them all. She crowns the pleasant hilltop, whispers on breezy downs, and casts refreshing shadows o'er the streets of our busy town. She gladdens the aching eyeball, shelters the weary head, and scatters her crimson glories on the playgrounds of laughing children. When sweet-toned spring, soft breathing breaks nature's icy sleep, and the forest boughs are swaying like the green waves of the deep. In her fair and budding beauty, a fitting emblem she, of this land of promise, of hope, of liberty. Then hail to the broad-leafed maple in its pride and loveliness, whether in spring or summer or in the cooling fall, mid nature's forest children, she's the fairest of them all. Yeah, feel like you're talking to me. Tell it to me. Say it loud.
Hi, Mommy.
Say it loud.
Those spirits that were on this tree forever and ever. Amen.
Nice. Thank you, Maddie.
Well done.
So thank you so much to everybody. It really means the world to our family. Thank you so much.
I thank everybody for coming, and I thank all the crew that was here this morning putting 3 trees in the ground and staking them and doing a fabulous job. So thank you all, and thank you all for being here.